Largest gathering of chartered accountants that I have addressed in my last 40 years. I had a very large number of chartered accountants assemble in Kandivli or Borivali during my elections sometime in April 2024. And I thought that was the largest that I had seen so far. There are more chartered accountants in my constituency than anywhere else in the country, Noida included. But I never thought I will see twice that number of people. And a big shout out to all of you for the future of the profession. I am going to go back today doubly assured that the profession is in safe hands, and all of you flag bearers, torch bearers of the profession will continue to keep the India story strong, rapidly growing, and making its mark on the world stage. My best wishes to all of you. My good friend, the chairman of the Aditya Birla Group, Shri Kumar Mangalam Birla ji, whom we just heard as he encouraged all of us to think big, be bold, look at the India story from the lens of 2026 and beyond, and who through his very successful work in industry, in business, has forayed internationally and taken the India story across continents successfully. As a proud chartered accountant, he stands before us as a role model. And I'm sure all of us have a lot to take back from all that Mr. Birla has guided us and shared with us this afternoon. Our very beloved president of the Institute, CA Charanjit Singh Nanda, whom I've always looked upon as a very motivational leader, full of enthusiasm, deep commitment to the profession, and a positivity that is infectious. Charanjit leads from the front along with all his other colleagues, Prasanna, Jaykumar, Jagjit, Ankur. We are also delighted to have with us Mr. Jean Boucaud, the president of the International Federation of Accountants, and Ms. Jennifer Lopez, the chief executive officer of the Confederation of Asian and Pacific Accountants, and such a wonderful gathering of chartered accountants who have decided to be a part of India's journey towards Viksit Bharat, a developed, a prosperous India by 2047, when we celebrate 100 years of independence as a $30 trillion economy, as an economy that will be the envy of the world, where chartered accountants will be playing a very important role, not only within India, but as a bridge between India and the rest of the world. Friends, we live in very uncertain times. Way back in 1987, about 40 years ago, from the United States of America at their US Army War College, a term was coined, VUCA, the VUCA world. That was in the context of the Cold War that had just shown signs of getting over. But when we look at the world today, you see all around us volatility, uncertainty, complexities, and ambiguity. And very clearly, these are very turbulent, very unpredictable times. We are living in a world where things change by the minute. We are living in a world where only those with self-confidence, with talent, with skills, with the ability to think big, to look into the future, to crystal gaze and plan amidst all this difficult times that are going on. It is the courageous, the bold people who will be successful in the future. Amidst all these difficult, uncertain times, India stands as an oasis in a desert. We stand tall as a country with strong macroeconomic fundamentals. We are the fastest growing large economy in the world. We continue to post high growth rates with abysmally low inflation. We have a robust banking system, strong foreign currency reserves. As Mr. Birla mentioned, despite all the turbulence in the international trading markets, India's exports, both in goods, merchandise, and services, continue to grow even in the current year until 21st of January, the last figure that I have on my mobile. And I'm confident, given the hard work, the perseverance, and the abilities of 1.4 billion young Indians, we will continue to beat our own records. We will continue to grow relentlessly and will soon become the world's third largest economy. Incidentally, look at the changing mindset of the nation. I still remember, as if it was yesterday, when the former finance minister, Mr. P. Chidambaram, presented his last budget in 2014, an interim budget. And thank God it was his last budget, because he had already brought the economy down from 8% growth to 4% growth, and inflation up from 4% to double digit. In his last budget speech, he had made a prediction. At that point of time, India was the world's 11th largest economy. He had said and I quote, may not be exact quote, I'm not carrying the quote with me, but broadly, he had said that in the next 30 years, India will become the world's third largest economy. Friends, from 2014, you add 30 years, the Congress party had thought India will become the world's third largest economy by 2044. It took a decisive leader like Prime Minister Narendra Modi to change the thinking, to bring dynamism to the whole economy, to bring confidence to 1.4 billion Indians, that from the 11th largest economy in 2014, we are confident today that in the next 2 years, we will become the world's third largest economy. A good 16 years, before it was projected in 2014. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the change that you can see, you can witness in the remotest corner of India today. When you carry an Indian passport and go overseas, do you feel a change in the respect that your Indian passport gets you today than what you got 12 years ago? Can you feel that change, friends? When you show an Indian passport, they look up to you with pride. They look up to every Indian with respect, because they know the future is ours. Today, India does not engage with the rest of the world as a country only looking to protect, as a country which is apologetic about its performance, as a country which is scared of the developed world. Earlier, in the period 2009, 10, 11, we saw India entering into some free trade agreements. We saw India entering into free trade agreements which till today, 15 years later, haven't helped us greatly expand our exports to those countries despite the free trade agreement. They were imbalanced against India's interests. They were not bold enough to offer opportunities to our Indian businesses to grow our international engagements. They were not comprehensive enough to provide our chartered accountants enough opportunities to go and serve across continents. They were often done with countries who are our competitors and who ultimately landed up exporting more to India, whereas India didn't get enough markets despite having free trade agreements. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has completely changed the way India engages with the world. He has changed the thinking. He has changed our ability to engage with the developed countries with self-confidence, with the courage of conviction that what we have to offer is a lot, and we should get correspondingly a very good deal from the other side. We are today focused on fair, equitable, balanced trade agreements. Obviously, every trade agreement will have to have a win-win for both sides. ताली दो हाथ से बजती है, और जब तक दोनों को लाभ नहीं हो तब तक कोई भी समझौता सफल नहीं हो सकता। परंतु समझौता ऐसा होना चाहिए जिसमें हमारे लाभ की, हमारे फायदे की जो चीजें हैं उसमें हमें पर्याप्त मौका मिले, पर्याप्त ताकत मिले। और मैं आपको विश्वास दिला सकता हूं भाई और बहनों, हमने 8 फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट गत 4 वर्षों में किए हैं। ये 8 एग्रीमेंट सभी के सभी विकसित देशों के साथ हुए। ये 8 एग्रीमेंट ऐसे देशों के साथ हुए जो समृद्ध हैं, जिनकी पर कैपिटा जीडीपी हमसे काफी बड़ी है, जिसमें लेबर कॉस्ट ज्यादा है, जिसमें लेबर की साधारणता शॉर्टेजेस है, जहां पे हमें नए अवसर मिलेंगे, विशेषकर उन क्षेत्रों में जहां पर हमारी ताकत है। और ये 8 समझौते 37 विकसित देशों को कवर करते हैं। These 8 free trade agreements cover all of Europe, the 27 nation European Union bloc, the 4 nation EFTA bloc, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Norway and Iceland, and United Kingdom. So 32 major European economies all are a part of these 8 FTAs. Apart from that, we have Australia, New Zealand, United Arab Emirates, and Oman. All of these countries need talent, need skills, need youthful people for their economies to even survive, let alone grow. We are engaged in active dialogue with many other developed nations with different benefits to the nation. We'll soon close an FTA with Chile. It'll open up critical minerals for India. When we did an FTA with Switzerland, Norway, and the 4-nation bloc of EFTA countries, we got them to commit $100 billion investment in India as FDI. Stock market में नहीं डाल सकते कि आज डाल दिया कल निकाल दिया. Long-term sustainable funding for infrastructure, for innovation, for precision manufacturing, creating jobs for Indians. And friends, $100 billion, which is about 9 lakh crores, will seed nearly 50 lakh crore rupees investment with Indian participation, with debt, with the ecosystem getting a benefit. And while they are expected to create 1 million direct jobs, they will create 50 lakh jobs in the aggregate. And this is only one FTA. New Zealand has given a similar $20 billion commitment. And by the way, look at the contrast. New Zealand has, in the last 25 years, invested only $70 million. That's all, $70 million. In today's context, that is about 650 30 crore rupees. In 25 years, they have only invested $70 million. The next 15 years, they are committed to invest $20 billion, $20,000 million. And if they do not invest, I can claw back, I can withdraw, I as in India can withdraw the concessions that we have given to EFTA or to New Zealand. And why did they make this commitment? Because they recognize that India is a growing market. India is on a fast trajectory which will take us to greater heights. India has youthful talent. India has unparalleled skills. Our young men and women are not only educated, they are aspirational. They are willing to work hard. They can be trusted to deliver. And in today's world, talent, hard work, integrity, and the desire to achieve big, to dream big, is a potent combination. It's a very, very strong combination which our youthful Indians possess and which is today in demand across the world. After all, it is for no small reason that Her Excellency, the President of the European Union Commission, called the India-EU FTA the mother of all deals. It covers 2 billion people, 1/3 of humanity, 25% of global GDP, and about 25 to 30% of international trade. The European Union alone imports goods worth nearly $7 trillion and services worth $3 trillion. That's a $10 trillion market waiting for all of us. Ours to grab, ours to seize the moment. Our current exports, barely a fraction of that. Potential, unlimited. Are we willing to grab those opportunities? That is in our hands. Ladies and gentlemen, we have opportunities for professionals, independent professionals. We have opportunities in global capability centers, which will attract in a large measure. We already have about 2,000 of them in India, many more yet to come. Huge investment opportunity as we create a trusted partnership with developed nations, as we provide the segue, the pathway towards certainty, predictability, a stable tax environment, decisive leadership, the demographic dividend of young India, the democracy which we hold with pride, which provides the rule of law, and ultimately the confidence that nobody will ever be discriminated in India. Everybody will get justice and a rightful place to work in India. It is in this context chartered accountants have a major role to play. I can see before my eyes as the country grows, as investment grows, as businesses expand. It is all of us assembled in this room and beyond, the 5.25 lakh chartered accountants or the 4.25 lakh active chartered accountants across the 184 chapters all over India or the 47 countries that we operate in, and many more to come, I hope, who will ultimately play an important role, who will showcase the India story to the world, who will present the benefits of India and the Indian market to stakeholders, who will sign and certify accounts. The true and fair value that you certify is what brings investment, it's what brings capital, is what attracts businesses to come to India. And I have no doubt in my mind that there is potential for chartered accountants, not only in India, but across the whole wide world. Because the training, the rigorous training that you and I have gone through, the principles that this institute and the curriculum of our institute teaches us, the wide breadth of knowledge that working in India we all acquire will hold us in good stead anywhere in the world. And I would like to urge all of you not to be satisfied with the work you are doing. I desire that each one of us aspires big, dreams big. I would urge all of you, as Mr. Nanda just said, they are also open to ideas. Institute is opening up the profession to help you showcase your capabilities to the whole world. We need to see some big firms in the country. We need to see some of you forging partnerships with different skill sets so that you go out there providing knowledge, providing services, helping people in their businesses, both in India and across the world, to scale up. And I do think that each one of you here alone is a very, very strong and powerful contributor to the Indian growth story. But collectively, when it becomes 1 plus 1, it's not 2, it's 11. And when we do 1 plus 1 plus 1, it certainly is not 3, it's 111. And therefore, each one of you, let's plan big. Let's look to the future. Let's crystal gaze and see what role chartered accountants can play in the Amrit Kal to make India a $30 trillion economy. Let us assess what we as chartered accountants will be able to do when India is a $30 trillion economy. Let us try and understand the needs of tomorrow. Let us prepare ourselves, create the necessary skill sets, move beyond the current comfort zone in which we are operating today. Seize the opportunity, accept big challenges, go deeper into the opportunities available around the world. In fact, I would urge the Institute Let us also have some training, some part of the curricula on global opportunities. It could be in trade, it could be in manufacturing, services. There are a variety of ways in which we need to expand globally. No country in the world has become a superpower, has become a developed nation, unless we engage with the world, unless we are willing to be bold. And I would urge the Institute, I would urge all my brothers and sisters in this profession, let's equip ourselves with the necessary tools to make the maximum advantage of the opportunities around the world. There's need for accountants, there's need for consultants, there is the entrepreneurial journey open to all of you. It is not only the world of finance, but the intersection of finance and technology, which will rule the roost in the future. Let us forge partnerships. Let us have seminars and conferences where we disseminate global opportunities. Let us encourage young students, and we have 12 lakh students, to already start working to understand international law, international global best practices. Friends, let's not think short term, let's not think small. If each one of us, and we are 10,000 of us assembled here today, if each one of us goes back from this conference committed to playing a much larger role in the years to come in the India growth story, in our own contribution to the world, I can assure you, as the Honorable Prime Minister had said, this profession has the capacity to protect and sustain the entire economy. I would add, this profession has the ability and the confidence to take this country in the Amrit Kal to greater heights, to make this a developed nation and make us an international superpower. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you with lots and lots of success. Thank you.